I'm here with former Camden great Vic Carstarphen, and it's all about sports. Terry Collins. And Vic, how's it feel to be coming back to Camden where you once was a star?
That's a great feeling. Something that it's going to be a memory for me forever. I grew up in this program. When I left the program, I was always pretty close to what was going on, and opportunity came a few years back, and I jumped at the chance to give back to the kids and to the city.
So what do you do now?
I work for an accounting firm, a CPA firm in Cherry Hill, Holmes and Company's CPA
great.
firms.
Now, I want to take you down memory lane. You came after Milt Wagner and those guys, Thompson.
Yes.
So they had created a great legacy.
Oh, no doubt.
So did you feel pressure? It's your freshman year, and now you're the guy, and they're gone, and now you got to start winning state championships just like all the other teams?
But when I was growing up watching Milt and Billy Thompson and Kevin Walls as a kid, it was almost like pros to me. So the thought of having an opportunity to play as a freshman was mind-boggling. It was something I couldn't even grasp. But when I got here, I prepared myself well in the 8th grade and got an opportunity. And Coach Turner gave me some confidence as a young player, and I took that and ran with it my 4 years.
What was Coach Turner's philosophy? I was always fascinated by that.
Well, he was a very good coach. X's and O's motivator, one of the best motivators as far as getting guys to play and getting different players who had different abilities and pulling the most out of them. And he pushed me. He gave me a ton of confidence. I believed in myself. He believed in me. And it wasn't a game, a team we played that he didn't feel we couldn't beat. So
who's on your team? Your freshman year?
My freshman year, wow. This guy, Kenny Smith, he went to Kentucky State. Tyrone Gilliams played at the University of Penn. Sean Mosby went to UMass. Lewis Banks was a junior. He went on to Cincinnati, University of Cincinnati. Wasim Muhammad, pictures up there, played in New Mexico.
Wow.
We had a pretty good team. We went and lost to Elizabeth, who had a guy named Chris Gatlin.
Your sophomore year, your freshman year, you won national championship.
No, my sophomore year, we won the national championship.
Sophomore year, you won the national championship. You're in the 10th grade, you won the national championship.
Yeah, that was a pretty amazing feeling. We got a chance to play some teams during that year that were ranked in the top 10.
Wow.
We won those games, and we just kept the momentum.
Now, who'd you beat in the state final?
We beat Montclair High School.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a good Montclair team, too.
Yeah.
They upset a lot of teams to get there.
There was double overtime game. It was a good game.
Yeah. Where's that? Rutgers?
It was at Rutgers.
Now, your junior year, you win again.
Went back to Rutgers, and we beat Patterson Kennedy.
Patterson Kennedy. Yeah. That was James Hargrove?
James Hargrove.
See, I know a little bit about history.
You are taking me back. He became a good friend of mine. We played against each other in Atlantic 10. He was at Duquesne.
Okay.
So,
and then your senior year, you guys lost to Luther Wright and Elizabeth. That's his sophomore year. And you guys were fouling him because he was still young. You made this comeback from 6 down, almost pulled it out.
Yeah.
Did you run out of gas? What happened in that game?
I think about that game all the time. We were my best friend, and he's graduated with me also, Denny Brown. We will be the first players to win 3 straight championships in Camden High history, and that team I thought was the best team out of my 4 years. That particular team, we were loaded. Our third best player, he averaged 19 points a game, and he went and led the MEAC in scoring. Jermaine Williams, 6'7", 6'8" forward. So that hurts. That game hurts. It was. I thought we was the best team in the state that year. Had 2 losses, and they came to play, and Luther played big.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he's one of my buddies, too.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions you want to ask? We have Terry Collins. It's all about sports.
Earlier we had spoke about how Camden seems to have like a next man up mentality where you'll see a star leaves and another star is kind of coming in on the horizon. As we spoke of just a minute ago with Milt Wagner, Billy Thompson, actually DeJuan Wagner, yourself, and Nate Johnson and more. What do you think it is about the city of Camden that gets these kids going early to come in as early stars?
Well, before you come here, you're going to get a city that's behind you. I mean, there are a lot of schools live in townships and areas and different little areas, but you really get the city behind you. And wherever we play at, it's a big, I don't care what type of team we have, people think it's going to be, we want to see Camden play. And I believe younger kids, and we don't have that many kids in the city, but the good ones, they want to follow that history. It's a good history.
Now let me ask you something. When you played, what was the playground that it was the most competitive playground all the stars played at around here? So I'm fascinated because I'm from North Jersey, so I want to know where was the play where all the ballers played
Well,
in
you
the
know,
summer?
if you speak to different people, they'll tell you some different playgrounds. I played everywhere.
Okay.
I grew up downtown. I played on 5th and 8th and Spruce Street courts. That's where I would get up 5, 6 in the morning. Everybody watching, just hearing me dribbling the ball to the court. People played in the 9th and Ferry.
What was the most competitive that you played on?
9th and Ferry when I got to high school
Ferry.
was like, that was the court. That was a gated
That
court.
made you or broke you.
We would come out there in high school and get it in. We would night games, the lights come on. We were out calling each other. We're gonna play. Guys from college came home. We would get it in high school at 9th and Ferry. But kids, they don't play like that anymore on their courts and outdoor courts. And I tell these young guys, I say that's where you get the feel for the game, man. That's where you get to the little nuances of the game by playing it, without referees, and you guys are just going at it. You get a good feel for it, and I think we're missing that in today's basketball.
Finally, do you think this team could finally get over the hump? They've lost a few games in the finals, and they're trying to get that state championship to bring that tradition back to Camden. Can this group do it finally?
Well, you would think we have still have a long road to go. I like what we had. We lost probably our best player.
Yeah, ACL.
And Corey Greer, and I think we've been going through a process like the Sixers. We're trying to figure out what guys can step in, and different guys have been doing it all year. And we have a shot, but we got to win one. Like my college coach said, win one, buy one. You get there, you win one, you buy another one. That's all we can do. Win one, buy one. So,
one last question, real quick, before you go. When is somebody going to put together an alumni all-star game? That's what we want to know.
Well, they tried that a few years back, and I played, and it was about 6, 7 years ago, and that's probably the last time I played. But they try to do things here and there. Guys are all over the place, the country, living. A guy named Lou Banks, he's in Ohio. We got Milt down in Kentucky. So to get a really, really good one, everybody would be special.
Definitely.
I would come to that. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Yep.